Namaste. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. We are all the same. We have the same opportunity to make our lives extraordinary, to live our dream. Do you believe that? Yes. Absolutely. My name is Laurita, as I was introduced, and here I am in my yoga shala, only 4 blocks from the beach, but it's a pretty extraordinary beach in a really small beach town in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This is where my husband and I decided to live, to raise our children, and to open davannayoga, my teacher training school. We did this in a quest to live a little bit more of a simple way of life with our 3 children. And I'll explain more about that as we go along. Harry Palmer, author of the Avatar materials, says, "What you think of as an impossible dream might be reasonable if you only thought differently." Realizing that we're made to transform is the first step into new and exciting opportunities, I believe. My husband's and my dream was always to end up in Mexico someday, like when we retired, when the children grew up. But after 15 years of living abroad, starting in Hong Kong, living all through Latin America, and going back to China, and after having 3 children who were born in Brazil, Mexico, and Bogota, Colombia, we were living in Shanghai, China, and the company said to us, it's time to go back to the United States, where we had originated from, and do a tour through corporate. And we were like, oh, no, I'm not going to raise our children there. We're just not interested. It's too complicated, too much over-marketing to children. We had a different thing in mind. We wanted to live our dream. And our dream just came a little sooner than we had planned. So after doing all the research, we went to Puerto Vallarta, we checked out the schools, we checked out the cost of living, found a great house, et cetera, there was one thing left to do. Close our eyes and jump. So we did just that. While I'm in Puerto Vallarta, this wonderful woman named Stephanie Holland comes into my yoga class. And she just wrote this great book called Absolutely on Purpose. Yes, it's in the bookstore. Yes, you can buy it there. And she says, which I believe, we only have right now to make our lives extraordinary. She interviewed 40 or more visionaries from around the world to deliver wisdom from guess where? The yoga mat. She made this guidebook to help people to transform. I'm going to read to you what she calls it. She calls this a kick-ass manual for living life on your own terms, creating your own vision, and putting passion and purpose at the core of everything you do. It's an awesome toolkit. It has great inspirations. So she interviewed me, and she said, Anna, what advice would you give to people to get them unstuck, to help them to live their dream, right? To get them to look at life in a new way. So my first advice to her in this was close your eyes and jump, right? We're made to transform. We're designed to transform. We're not designed to stay the same. But sometimes it's really difficult to make those big changes. So sometimes you just have to close your eyes and jump. Indecision can be paralyzing even after you've done all the research. Like my husband and I had done all this great research on Puerto Vallarta. We knew in our hearts it was the right thing to do. It was still really, really scary. So we went by what I always say, close our eyes and jump, right? So if you're looking at an opportunity that terrifies you, here's my 3 rules. If it's not illegal, immoral, downright stupid, close your eyes and jump. This is taken by my 15-year-old son. He asked me to please honor him and say thank you for the photo. So I've done that, Jack. You win. Okay? So if you've got a calling, I really think that you need to listen to that calling seriously. And if you can't get there with your eyes open, then close them and jump. Another piece of advice I gave in the book is when you stop moving, well then, you stop moving, right? You stop moving in your path towards living your dream. This has a couple of aspects to it. One of them is inertia, Sir Isaac Newton's first law of motion. First law, right, is the law of motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object that has stopped, well, it has stopped. So while you have, like, my husband and I always had like a 5-year plan, we would always plant small seeds. Keep moving forward. Don't stop. When you stop, it's gone. You have to keep moving forward. Do something little every day. I recommend yoga practice. It keeps you conscious. It keeps you in the moment. It keeps you remembering what's really important in your life. B.K.S. Iyengar says, it is through your body that you realize that you are a spark of divinity. There's another aspect to this. When you stop moving, you stop moving. The spiritual aspect. You most likely have a guru. You might have 2, you might have 3, you might have dozens. And the funny thing is, you don't know they're your guru, and they don't know they're your guru, right? A guru is anyone who takes away the darkness, right, and brings light to something. It's nice if you know them, if they know your truth, and they can help you on your path. But it doesn't have to be that way. It can be anybody. The important thing is to look at everybody as someone who has something to teach you. It's when we get closed, when we stop, when we start only having one perspective, that we become isolated and we can't move forward into our dreams. So it's really important to find a guru. And as you do, it'll help motivate you into living your life's dream, I believe. I think everybody's a candidate to be a guru. Children, anybody is a candidate to be a guru. Okay, and then I also say, that's also for my 15-year-old son. He did a stop-motion video of me, and that was how it ended. Kind of fun, right? That's my yoga shala. I'm upside down hanging from my swing, don't worry. I don't levitate. I'm not that good yet, right? I haven't gotten there yet. So you need to have some kind of daily ritual. How do you keep in the moment? You need to have some kind of daily ritual to get empty. So my ritual is I get into my yoga shala between 5 and 6 in the morning, and I practice mantra, mudra, pranayama, asana, meditation. It's my way of starting the whole day new. I call it getting empty. I'm going to go down and get empty, right? And it means I'm not the teacher I was yesterday who gave that great class or not so great class. I'm not the mother. I'm not the sister. I'm not the friend I was yesterday. This day is completely new. There is no coloring from my past, right? I'm not listening to the voices anymore that say, oh, no, you can't live in Mexico with 3 children. Are you crazy? What are you thinking? It's dangerous, right? I'm living every day brand new. Every day has something to offer. So then I end it with breathe in Om, breathe out Om. Namaste.